two diametrically opposed energies contained within the same circumference of eternal life, hence the human condition, as human beings are inherently dysfunctional, contradictory elements against each other. This is why you see the yin-yang symbol. This is the very embodiment of the polarized mentality. This is the very personified essence of duality. Just because this is an ancient Chinese symbol doesn't mean that it has something to do with the spiritual or cosmic nature, because it does not. This belongs to that system, that empire, those governments. It's one and the same. So just analyze the yin-yang symbol. That's why I left it as a thumbnail on this video, so you can clearly see what's going on. A circle takes you nowhere. It just goes on forever, but you're never actually moving. It's a pattern. And when you follow patterns, you're always going to have the same outcome, the same conclusion, the same experience. And clearly, since they show you inside that circle, black and white, there's no other color in there. It's just this monochromatic division, this polarized duality. Think about it. And we want you to think that that symbol has any significance to the human ethos. It does not. Because what you know is what you've been shown. So the things that you see and that you assimilate become your nature, your character, your personality, your identity, and how you relate to things. And that's it. When it's not the truth. There's nothing that's a circle. And there's no black and or white. This is the iridescent polychromatic colors of infinity that I'm referring to, not the monochromatic madness of that system, that limited, finite, pedestrian existence that they have relegated you to from birth. No. You know what I mean? No. You don't see monochromatic rainbows, do you? Rainbows, by the way, are a reminder from God to humanity of the unlimited possibilities that lie inside you. And I know they say it's a refraction of the light and the water, all that scientific explanation has nothing to do with it. Because, check it, the earth is billions of years old, right? Long before any human beings were ever created or even arrived on this earth, because you were brought here, by the way, and walked the face of this earth, right? Okay, now water has been here from the beginning of the creation of earth, and nobody knows when that is, because it has been here as long as the universe is. So let's just give it a number, 5 billion, right? Okay, now the earth is mainly comprised of water, right? Good. Now, rain obviously is an integral part of that process. Am I wrong? Of course not. So therefore, when, not if, but when the rainbows occurred billions and billions and billions of years ago, what was the explanation of the process then? There wasn't any, because there were no human beings and their sciences to superimpose these unnecessarily superfluous nomenclature over these things. Because they have an explanation and a description for everything, but they didn't have anything to do with the creation of any of these things. That's why I'm not down with science. Because they stand with this pretentious posture, pontificating what you should accept as the absolute truth. When in fact, what you're actually experiencing is a set system of finite sciences that are limited in their broad, in their scope and in their measure. First off. Secondly, they take this unnecessarily convoluted nomenclature and they superimpose it over things that they had absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with the creation of. So there they stand pointing, saying, that's a rainbow. And the reason that it does this is because the light bends and the infraction and the UV rays and all nothing to do with anything. Because before that explanation existed, those rainbows were there from the beginning of the inception of this earth. Just like when the dinosaurs walked this earth hundreds of millions and billions of years ago, there was rainbows. And there was no scientific explanation or description for these things because science didn't exist. See? See how you have to analyze these things in your own level, at your own pace, in your own comfort, at your own time, at your own leisure, and just you can easily break these things down. The universe existed forever, but they'll tell you it's 13 billion years old, and the Big Bang Theory, you have all theory is just a fancy word for somebody's opinion. Hypothesis, conjecture, just fancy words for opinions. I believe it is this. And those theories are totally obliterated all the time. Look at Einstein's theory of relativity. That went out the window. It's been disproven countless times that Einstein was wrong. And as a matter of fact, his wife was even smarter than he was. And that's a known fact. One time Einstein was asked, how does it feel to be the smartest man in the world? And you know what he said? Why don't you go ask Nikola Tesla? Boom! That's the very guy that they stricken from the history books, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, because he was a genius, and he still is. He wanted to give you free energy, free everything. He has invented literally everything you take for granted, and he is accredited with nothing because he wanted to give it to you for free. And they couldn't put a meter on it and charge people for it. So therefore, that was the end of that. Look up Wardenclyffe Tower, 1901, Shoreham, Long Island. He wanted to build a 183-foot tower that was going to transmit wirelessly music, movies, television, energy, communications in 1901. And when J.P. Morgan found out about what he was doing, he tore that thing down. So, rainbows have nothing to do with science and everything to do with the universe reminding you that you are a part of something greater than this finite existence that you're, muddling yourself around in. And this video is a little bit of a reminder of that. God bless.